I am Grace Komolafe. The Association of Bureau de Change Operators of Nigeria, APCAN, has formally requested that the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, reconsider and lower the applicable exchange rate for Bureau de Change BDC operators, currently set at 1,251 naira per dollar, due to its perceived expensiveness amidst a changing forex landscape. This appeal follows a significant market shift where, for the first time in 15 years, the parallel market rate of 1,235 naira per dollar is below the official CBN rate. In a letter signed by its president, Aminu Gwadabe, to the director of the Trade and Exchange Department, concerns were raised over the exchange faced by BDCs in offloading the expensive CBN rate to retail buyers seeking cheaper alternatives from undocumented forex operators. It noted that the Naira's shift recovery has rendered the CBN's rates difficult to manage, leading to potential losses for BDCs who purchase dollars at higher rates and are now unable to sell at the prevailing market rate. Away from that, Qatar's stock market closed higher yesterday, driven by gains in communications, energy, and finance sectors, with the Qatari benchmark index rising 1% for a second consecutive session. Qatar Gas Transport and Ooredoo saw notable increases of 1.9% and 3.6% respectively, while Qatar National Bank gained 0.7%. In contrast, Kuwait's benchmark index slipped 1.3% to its lowest level in 2 months, with losses concentrated in industry and finance sectors. National Bank of Kuwait and Kuwait Finance House dropped 2.3% and 1.5% respectively. Agility Public Warehousing and Gulf Bank also recorded declines of 3% and 3.6%. In Egypt, the blue chip index retreated by 1.2%, led by decreases in Talat, Mustafa, and Commercial International Bank. Meanwhile, other Gulf markets, including Saudi Arabia and Oman, exhibited mixed performances. And in Canada, its Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, has announced that the upcoming budget will feature a $1.77 billion investment package aimed at bolstering the country's artificial intelligence AI sector. The measures entail a significant $2 billion allocation for development and enhancing computing capabilities and technological infrastructure accessible to Canadians' AI researchers, startups, and scale-ups. This funding is intended to support the growth and innovation of Canada's AI industry. The budget scheduled to be presented on April 16 reflects the government's commitment to fostering technological advancement and economic recovery following the global health crisis, which led to decreased demand for electric devices. Speaking about vehicle manufacturers, Hyundai Motor Co. and Kai Co. has signed a memorandum of understanding with India's Exide Energy Solution Limited in a bid to localize electric vehicle battery production in India, with a focus on lithium-ion surface cells. The partnership with Exide Energy, a subsidiary of Exide Industries Limited, is part of Hyundai's plan to invest approximately $2.40 billion over 10 years, starting from 2023. This investment includes the launch of 6 EV models by 2028, along with the development of charging stations, targeting India's burgeoning auto market. Kia also intends to introduce locally optimized small-sized EVs for Indian markets starting in 2025. Analysts highlight India's abundant natural resources and lower manufacturing costs compared to China, attracting automakers to produce EVs locally and leverage the country's lithium reserves to battery production. Hyundai Motor and Kia Corp shares surged by 4.0% and 4.2% respectively. And lastly, 2 key U.S. lawmakers, Democratic Senator Maria Cantwell and Republican Representative Kathy McMorris Rogers, says they have reached a bipartisan agreement on draft data privacy legislation. The proposed bill aims to limit the collection of customer data by technology companies, granting Americans the ability to prevent the sale of personal information or demand its deletion. Under this legislation, individuals would have control over the use of their personal data with requirements for disclosure if data is transferred to foreign advertisers. The plan empowers the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, and State Attorney General to oversee consumer privacy issues and implement strong enforcement measures, including a private right of action for individuals. While the bill does not ban targeted advertising, it allows consumers to opt out. The FTC would establish a new privacy-focused bureau and could issue fines for privacy violations covering telecommunication companies as well. This bipartisan effort represents a significant step towards establishing comprehensive national data privacy and security standards. And that's all for now on News Updates. Many thanks for watching. I am Grace Komalafe. SOUQ Sport comes up in a bit.